And we're live.
Happy Tuesday morning. My name is Billy Merritt, and I am the salesman's advocate. Why am I the salesman's advocate? Because I am a salesperson. I've been a salesperson for a long, long time. I've been in this game for a while, and I've learned some things. Most important thing I've learned is to keep on learning. I want to help you become a true sales professional. Now, why do I want to do that? It's very simple. I want to change the stigma that is attached to salespeople. Most importantly, sleazy salesmen. We can't have that. We gotta improve our reputation, and we have to improve it. Here's what I can help you do. I can help you be smarter. I can get you educated. I can help you become more professional. That's what you need to be. I can make you a business person, not just an employee, not just a salesperson, not even just a sales professional, but a business person. As a matter of fact, I can help make you a business. You are the business, or at least you should be. I can help you make a lot of money in sales. Good morning, Robert Brooker. And I want you to represent the salesperson very well. I want you to be held in high regard, and I can help you do that. First of all, I want to tell you about something that is very important. It's one of my products. Actually, I'm going to list several products today. Now, this is not a sales pitch to you, but this is a sales pitch to any dealer that wants to sell a whole lot of cars. Smith, do we have a banner for BillyMerritt.com? I want to tell people a few things that are actually on BillyMerritt.com. Check it out. You can find all kind of information on there. It lists mainly all of our products. I'm going to tell you about a couple of our products, but first, I want to tell you about a sales professional that is a business. He's been real busy coon hunting and squirrel hunting. He hasn't been on our dealer academy lately, but Caleb Wilson, what did he say, Smith?
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
There you go. That's what I want you guys to be. I want you to be a business. You are a business. You're not a businessman. You're a business. We're gonna go straight from salesman. We're gonna bypass sales professional. We're gonna bypass business professional. We're gonna bypass businessman. We're gonna go straight to a business. You are a business. I can help you get there and represent. And most importantly, if you're watching the show, you have a desire. I hope you have a desire to make a lot of money, because you can make a lot of money in sales. You have to be educated first. And I'm going to get into some things that's really going to help you. I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to make you a business. But first, I want to tell you about this cool product. Now, BillyMerritt.com lists all of our products, including our Facebook sales events. Everybody loves those, right? It has our DigiNinja software that you need to know about. It has the Digital BDC Academy that's very educational as well, and the great book, The Art of Text Message Selling. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, you need to buy The Art of Text Message Selling. If you're a salesperson and you haven't implemented The Art of Text Message Selling, you are missing the boat, okay? Now, the product that I'm talking about, though, is our one-day sales event. Now, Smith, you may want to use this for a commercial later, okay?
Got it.
My name is Billy Merritt. I have the most effective product in the entire car business. It is the Facebook sales events, but I have a huge announcement, a new announcement, a much more cost-effective, better ROI product. It is the one-day sales event. Let's pick a Saturday. 3 weeks from now. On that Saturday, my staff, or even me possibly, show up to your dealership, and we balloon the lot. We bring gorillas. We put noodles. We put pods. We put balloons on every car. 4 balloons. You can actually tie 4 balloons together in a pod. It makes a really cool pod. And it's a really eye-catching thing. And I'm very good at it. My staff's good at it as well. It makes a difference. We're going to set the trap. Now, it's a one-day sales event, but guess what happens 7 days prior to the sales event? We put our ad on Facebook. We put lots of ads on Facebook talking about the huge savings and the huge discounts and the more money for trade-ins and that one-day sales event that's coming up this Saturday. We're going to set a ton of appointments. I'm thinking 60 to 80 appointments on your Saturday. Then we're going to be there to help you on that one Saturday, sell an additional 37 cars. Why 37 cars? Because we've done it before, and we average 37 cars when we do this. 37 cars in one day. Guess what? One of the things that people hate about a staffed event is all the salespeople that hang around. We're not going to do that. We're going to bring a balloon crew, not salespeople. If you want a greeter, we can help you with that. It's going to save you some money. It's only a 1-day event compared to a 7-day event. We're going to sell 37 cars in one day, and then we're out of there. On to the next one. On Monday, you're going to get a lot of residual business selling the cars that couldn't get sold on Saturday, and it's going to be a tremendous ROI for you. Now, back to the show. By the way, you can find out more information about the 1-day sales event by sending me a message below or email me at billy@billymerritt.com. Okay. Salespeople. I'm the salesman's advocate. I'm here to help you today. Here's what I want to help you do. First of all, guys, listen, if you want to make more money, you have to read. You have to study. The art of text message selling has helped a lot of people make a whole lot of money, and it'll help you make money as well. Smith, I think it's $9 on the website, billymerritt.com/store. Is that correct?
That's correct. I can check it real quick, though.
If it's not $9, let's put a discount code in there and get it for $9. Normally $19.95. By the way, The Art of Text Message Selling was a best-selling book in the sales category on Amazon 2 weeks. I want to get it back up to, I want to get 3 weeks in there. But is that billymerritt.com?
It's billymerritt.com/shop, and it's $9.95 currently.
Do they have to put an exclamation point on there?
Did they? No.
Okay.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so just billymerritt.com/shop, no exclamation point. Buy that book for $9. You need it. It's going to help you. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to be way different, okay? The key to my success in sales, and I've been on a lot of sales teams right there out there on the asphalt, as we call it. I've worn out a lot of pairs of Nikes running around on the asphalt parking lot selling cars. And one of the keys that always helped me sell way more cars than anybody else is it's a sales team, because sales teams congregate, by the way. You have your little sidewalk meetings and your office meetings where you like to talk about everything. If the sales meeting was going on over here, I'm talking about sales meeting held by the sales people, not the management, but your little parking lot and your little office meetings where you talk about everybody. You talk about all the negativity and how nobody knows what they're doing, and how management's stupid, and how they should be spending money on other advertising sources. When all that's going on, I went somewhere else. And I used to work at a big, I think it was like 12-acre parking lot, or, car lot, and new cars on one side of the road, used cars on the other side of the road. We had a used car building. The salespeople would congregate in there. I would go stand on the front line in 100-degree weather. If they came out there on their golf carts, I would go inside and sit by the phone. Wherever the salespeople were, I would be somewhere else. Whatever the salespeople were doing, I would do something else. And that always resulted in me selling more cars than them, because I don't want to be like them. I want to beat them. So if you're educated, you have good phone skills, you have good texting skills, and you stay away from the other salespeople, you'll make a lot more money. So I want you to be different. Here's something you can do that's totally different. Be the guy that does all the balloons. Be the guy who goes and straightens up the used car line. I can't tell you how many times I've sold cars impromptu because salespeople were inside in the air conditioner, sucking up the AC or sucking up the heater if it was cold. And I would be out there moving around, sweating, wearing out those shoes, straightening up the used cars, and someone would pull up and just buy. It was like the easiest event you've ever had. And I think it's more to it than just being lucky. Now, by the way, I am lucky, and I believe in luck, and it's better to be lucky than good, okay? I'm lucky. And I can help you get lucky too. The harder you work, the luckier you get. But I really believe there's more to it than just being lucky. I think that when you're out there doing things that other people aren't willing to do, that the universe starts working in your favor. It's kind of like you're doing the right thing, so good things are going to happen to you. It's like in a baseball game. If you've ever noticed a great defensive play by a defensive player, and he makes just a tremendous play, from his knees, from third base all the way to first base, got him out by half a step. And then he leads off the next inning on offense. He's gonna get a hit every time. It's like the baseball gods are looking out for him. Same is true with the sales gods. If you are doing the right thing. You're staying away from the negativity. You're staying away from the salespeople, the other salespeople, and you are in the right place at the right time. You got to stop with the banner, Smith.
Apologies.
We'll talk about that in just a minute. You're in the right place at the right time. You're doing the right things. Great things are going to happen to you. So be the guy out there being different. If you would use 2 tanks of helium, do it by yourself. Don't be the guy complaining about nobody else is wanting to use balloons. And by the way, balloons sell cars. I have sold so many cars, and we always do a little exit interview. What brought you in today? Well, I saw the balloons, thought I'd stop and see what was happening. I saw all the gorillas. I said, something big's got to be going on there. Let me see what's happening. How many of you guys have ever built a balloon arch? If you're in sales, you're a salesperson, be honest with me. Have you ever built a balloon arch? Believe it or not, I want to get Guinness to verify this, but I'm pretty certain that I built the world's largest pink balloon arch one time. It took like 5 tanks of helium, and it stretched across an entire, like a quarter of a mile or something like that. And we actually tied it from one end to the other. Big as this thing here, but it was about 10 times bigger than that. Anyway, be the guy that's willing to go in there and do it all himself. Be the guy who's willing to outwork everybody else and put out 1,000 balloons by yourself. If you're the person who's willing to put out 1,000 balloons by yourself, that's the kind of person that money flows to. People talk about being a 1%er all the time. In the background, Smith, you can look up what's a 1%er's income. I'm going to guess that a 1%er's income is $250,000 a year. It's going to be different for different states. Are you making $250,000 a year or more?
So
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to give you nationwide. It takes an annual income of $538,926.
Okay, so I was half that. So I was probably in the 10% with 250. Are you the type of person? Do you make $500,000 a year? Does your business make $500,000 a year? Well, I'm here to tell you. I don't want to say something that's so outrageous that people, even though it's true, that people won't believe it. Like, hey, if you're the type of person who's willing to put out 1,000 balloons by himself, that's the type of person that'll make $500,000 a year. Let's back up. That may seem too unrealistic, even though it's true. I'm here to tell you, if you are the type of person willing to put out 1,000 balloons by yourself, number one, people will just start helping you. If you start doing the right thing, people are going to help you. Number two, you are the type of person. You are attracting the 1% income, $250,000. Be that person willing to straighten out the entire used car lot, 300 cars right by yourself. I don't know if you still have lock boxes or if you have to go in and get one key at a time. Not sure. It's always easier when you had lock boxes. I'm from the old school, though. That's when we had lock boxes. Now I think everything's in this special magic key machine inside. And they actually have GPS tracking the cars so you know where to find the cars. Regardless, be the guy willing to straighten out 300 used cars by yourself on July the 1st when it's 99 degrees outside. Be the guy willing to put out 1,000 balloons by yourself. People will start helping you. And by the way, you're attracting that 1% income into your life. You're going to run into buyers. People are going to see that you're willing to outwork everyone. You can't accidentally and you can't nonchalantly, I don't know if that's a word or not, you can't make $250,000 by accident. You can't make $250,000. Let's back it up. Maybe I'm talking too big numbers, right? I'm the salesman's advocate. I want to get in where you fit in. Not where I fit in, because I'm going to do whatever it takes to outwork everybody and hit those big numbers, okay? What do you need, $150,000? If you need $100,000, you're thinking it's too low. You work too much, but that's okay. You work too much to not make over $100,000. Now, $150,000. Let's start there. If that's appealing to you, if that's almost achievable, just beyond your grasp, just start out working everyone. Take massive action. Put out 1,000 balloons a day. Read The Art of Text Message Selling. Stay away from all the other salespeople. Run from negativity like the plague. And if your team, your management, your dealership is a negative place, get out of there. There's a better place to work. Okay. So to recap, you need to read The Art of Text Message Selling. You need to take massive action, stupid, insane action, outwork everybody, do the little things that aren't so little. Now, I want to stop before I just talk too fast and glaze over this point. I mentioned straightening up the used car lot, and I mentioned putting out balloons. I'm not going to add anything else to that. There's tons more things that you need to do, but those are two simple things that you need to be doing. If you're not doing those, or you're not willing to do those, stop watching and find something else to do, because you're not willing to do the little things. These things matter. These things are important. As a matter of fact, I'm having a one-day sales event for a very good dealer friend of mine. And even though I have tons of employees and people out there staffing these events for me, I'm going to show up myself. I'm going to balloon. I'm going to balloon up. I'm trying to make it even bigger and more grandiose than this. And I'm not doing it for any other reason than it matters. It matters that you're willing to put in the time to put out balloons. I'm a balloon lunatic, because it makes a difference. I've seen balloons sell cars. I've seen it all over the country, and it's not going to stop. Sometimes we get too smart for our own good. We have tons and tons of closes. We have tons and tons of ammunition, tons and tons of techniques, resources, and we're very smart. We're very educated. We have tools. We have software. We have CRMs. We have texting platforms. If you don't, you need one. But we have all these things, but yet we forget, or either we're unwilling to do the basics. By the basics, I mean hard work. I mean putting out 1,000 balloons. I mean making your showroom look like it's a big event. You can't set up you can't put a balloon on every other car and think that looks like a big event. It looks like a lazy salesperson or a lazy sales team put out the balloons that morning. This stuff really matters. What did Joey Arvidson say?
Joey Arvidson says, "You are one of the best balloon masters I've ever worked with."
One of the best. Joey, will you please tell me who's better? Show me a better one. My claim to fame is very limited. I'm a sales expert and a balloon master, and he's trying to take away my cred right there, saying that I'm one of the best. Who's better? Good morning, Joey. Good morning, Robert. Thank you guys for joining the show. Now, if you're willing to do those hard things, those simple things right there, then here's the next thing you really need to do. I'm a salesman's advocate, and I'm telling you these things because they work, and I want to see you do well. You need a texting platform. Take DigiNinja, for instance. DigiNinja, you can go to digininja.com and find out more, or send me a message. I'll tell you about it. Great job of the banners there, Smith.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. That keeps me focused. Woo. And everybody else is reading what I'm laying down right there. Joey said there's no one better. I don't know. I think he was thinking of someone else. Joey, tag Jim Guin from my friend list. Jim thinks that he's a really good balloon master. He calls himself a balloon master. I am prepared any day to go up against Jim Guin in the balloon wars. Now, DigiNinja, go to digininja.com or send me a message. It is a platform that allows you to track your texts. It's better than just having a cell phone, right? Because you're able to track your people. You're able to label them. You can label them a no-show. You can label them a show but didn't purchase. You can label them a purchase. You can label them a prospect. You can create your own labels, whatever you want to do. And you can send, let's say you send 1,000 people a broadcast at one time. So you get a list. You can buy these lists, right? You buy these lists and you just send out 1,000 texts at one time introducing yourself. And then now you have an audience. They have to opt in, so you continue to send them information, but now you have an audience. You can send your audience messages anytime you want to. If you send it too much, they're probably going to opt out. So we have some best practices there. But the most effective way we use it is your showroom ups, your friends, anybody that is a prospect. When you start adding these people organically to your list, and I have salespeople that have up to 1,000 people in their text list. Now that's a very valuable tool. You can send them your special offers. You can send them referral offers. You send 1,000 people a referral at one time, offering a double referral, $100, $200, $300, whatever you or your sales manager are willing to spend on a referral. We average about 40 referrals every time we send out a broadcast. 40 referrals, 20 of those show up, 10 of those buy cars from a simple text. You need a texting platform. If you combine DigiNinja with the art of text message selling, you will become a business. And that's what you want to be. You want to be a business. What was Joey? Did Joey have a
Joey said
comment?
that is the only one that would compare, but you are better than Jim Gouin.
Did he tag Jim? Or did he just put his name out there?
I can't quite
He may not
tell
be able to
from
tag.
here.
That's all right.
We did have a funny one from Robert. He said, argon gas is funny too. It gives you that bass voice.
Yeah. More like a treble voice, isn't it? I think he's being funny.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No one better. So maybe I'd love to get Jim on here and to talk about his balloons. Because let me tell you a quick story one time about Jim and the balloons. I learned a few things from Jim. Jim was in the game way back in the early 2000s. And we would have these big events all over the country. We did an event in Plant City, Florida. And there's an Air Force base or Army base or Navy base somewhere near there. It's an airfield, though. I think he just tagged him. But we were putting out a blimp, okay? This blimp required 3 or 4 tanks of helium on its own, okay? This huge blimp. And we had what we call these pennant strips with the little triangles on them. And they were 200, 300 feet of pennant strips, and we would put 2 or 3 together and have it way up there. Well, we filled up the tank, sent the blimp up in the air, and we tied it off. And then we tied it off to, I can't remember, a light pole. And there was some extra pennant strip hanging off after the knot. Told Jim to cut it off. He cut the wrong side of the knot. This blimp goes sailing away across Central Florida from Plant City over towards Orlando. And I don't remember there's some type of airfield down there, and it went right across there. And I think there was some reports to the FAA and some calls from the FAA, but I don't think that anybody actually admitted to doing that. I know I didn't. That's for sure.
It's like a scene out of a movie.
It really was. It was crazy. The big blimp just flying away. Speaking of professional salespeople, tomorrow on the show, Smith, Winning Together with April B. Merritt. She's got a big announcement. She's selling real estate. She has a featured home of the week that's going to be a special treat, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait to unveil it, show everyone the home of the week. That's going to be on tomorrow's real estate show, and I think she's going to have some sales tips as well, because I'm the salesman's advocate. That's not politically correct, but I don't care. I can't relate on the same level to a sales lady the way I can a sales guy. I can talk to a sales guy a certain way. I can tell you when you're getting in your own way. I can call you out when you make terrible mistakes. I can guide you. I've been there. We'll let April deal with the sales ladies. How about that? So I'm not PC, but the other part of me will correct that. April will give them the sales lady. She'll be the sales lady's advocate. Now, I'm going to recap, and I'm going to make this a very short show. What else do I need to talk about, though, Smith?
What else do you need to talk about?
Is there any more banners that you wanted to? Oh, how about Friday? That's a big show coming up Friday.
You have that.
Paul Sullivan, he's always drinking beer on the clock. I'm not sure why he thought that was a good idea. But if you guys want to know about the beer of the week, then tune in next Friday. I don't know if this Friday, 11 a.m. with the legendary the legendary Paul Sullivan. He is a legend in his own mind. I'm kidding. He's a legend. He's a legend in the radio world. He's becoming a legend in the Facebook events world. The guy does a fantastic job. Shout out to Paul Sullivan and the crew. We're going to gas the Digi Ninja Express up soon. We're going to visit some dealerships. We're going to be bringing the one-day sales event to a lot of dealerships. If you're at a dealership and you would like a one-day sales event, send me a message below. I'd love to talk to you about it. Now, if you're a salesperson, remember, you need to get educated. Buy The Art of Text Message Selling. Study that book. Implement the rules. Outwork everyone. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Put out a bunch of balloons. It works, people. I don't have to put out balloons anymore, but trust me, I'm going to do it because I know what comes from putting out balloons. You sell more cars when you put out balloons. I'm going to buy 2 more monkeys. I don't know where these guys are now. I'm going to buy a Godzilla, two gorillas. I want a Uncle Sam. I want a 40-foot tall Uncle Sam, red, white, and blue.
This would definitely be a great time for a Godzilla and a King Kong on the lot.
Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
By the way, man, we talk about it on Feel Good Friday, but what's your thoughts on King Kong versus Godzilla? I think that's just that's a stretch to kind of even consider that that's a competition.
I feel like it. I wonder, because I don't know that much. A lot of people nerd out about the intelligence levels of King Kong. I don't know that much about that side of things. I guess we'll find out.
What are they saying, that he's not that smart?
Well, no. I mean, people argue that he is like human levels of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we're going to see more like strategical fighting, because gorillas out in the wild, I don't know how many people know this, but for the most part, they kind of just flail around and hit things really hard. They're not going to like strategically grapple you and put you in a choke or anything like that.
So give him the human brain. But look, man, he's still an unfair advantage for Godzilla. The guy's atomic. He's nuclear.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He feeds off of nuclear
radiation.
So how are you going to combat that?
Hard to say, man.
I mean, they make King Kong look really big and like he's ready to tank on Godzilla, but I'm just saying that's an unfair fight. They're going to have to put some type of little twist in there to give King Kong some type of, because I mean, all he's got to do is blow his radiation breath on him and he's dead. He just melts away. So I don't understand how they're going to combat that. I'm interested in seeing, but I'm going to get a King Kong. I'm a fan of King Kong. I'm a King Kong fan, but I think he's totally in over his head trying to battle Godzilla.
I gotta agree there.
You know, Godzilla. I like that guy though. He was down there on the bottom of the ocean floor, and he was just soaking. He was dying. Right? They thought he was dead.
Right?
They gave him a little nuclear radiation and woke that cat right up. All right, it's been a fun show. Go ahead.
I was curious about this. I wonder if you know. Candace Smith says, I remember the big bright light they used to have. What happened to that? Maybe it was not safe due to the airport. You remember that big sure you remember? Yeah. That thing was awesome.
Godzilla all day. You're right, Robert Burger. Yeah. So we've done searchlights. The problem with the searchlights is you have to schedule all your people to be there at night. And we like to show up early and stay late. Right. If you show up at we have a lot of 24-hour sales when we will actually stay for 24 hours. And if you do the searchlight, now tell you another funny story about the searchlight.
All right.
We were in Savannah, Georgia, doing a big event for a car dealership over there. Jim Gouin was there. Okay. He's putting out his balloons. I helped put out balloons. We had the biggest, best balloons in town. And there was another dealership down the road that was trying to compete with, I think they had Repo Joe there. We had Buyback Billy. So, you know, in my opinion, that's like Godzilla versus King Kong. He had no chance, but, and I had Jim Gouin there helping me with the balloons. Well, it was like a 10-day sale. And on Sunday, someone pulled up in a truck. We had a searchlight. We had King Kong on the roof. I'm sorry, Godzilla. We had Godzilla on the roof. We had a big cowboy out by the road, inflatable cowboy, and the searchlight. I forget what else we had. A truck pulled up, broad daylight, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Pulled over to the cowboy, took the big stakes out of the ground, deflated him, unhooked the power, rolled him up, put him in the truck, got out a big extension ladder, walked over to the building, climbed up on top of the roof, took Godzilla off the roof, took him down. The searchlight was chained to the light pole, so he didn't get it. The man put it in the truck and drove off. We just thought that it was the guy who owned the equipment. It was not. Somebody pulled up in broad daylight on a Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. while all the sales team there and stole the Godzilla and the cowboy. If you have any information that can lead to the person who stole Godzilla, please send me a message below. Comment who you think it is. I don't care if you're speculating. I just like to know. You can accuse somebody if you want to. Tell you another funny story about a big grape ape that we had one time. We were in Dublin, Georgia. Huge event, Walmart parking lot. We fenced off the entire, part of the Walmart parking lot. Had these huge tents out there. It was cold. It was cold in Georgia. Huge tents with heaters underneath. A huge generator, a diesel generator out back powering all the electricity, including the big grape ape that was over there by the generator facing the oncoming traffic. We had a security guard, security guard to stay there all night, take care of everything. He was drinking coffee under the tent. Police officer showed up. Hey, what's going on? Not much, just watching all the stuff here. You want some coffee? They shared coffee. They're having a conversation. 2:00 in the morning. Meanwhile, a truck of young, we'll say teenagers, they may have been in the early 20s, pulled up and stole the grape ape on the other side of the building. Wow. The grape ape was spotted a couple weeks later on a sandbar on the Altamaha River, on the sandbar. That grape ape was recovered, but the ones that were stolen in Savannah was never recovered. So if you have any evidence, or if you want to speculate or accuse anybody of stealing the Godzilla off of the Savannah Mitsubishi, we'll put that out there. Savannah Mitsubishi, back about 2004. This is a long time ago. This is a cold case.
Indeed.
If you can help me solve the case of who stole my gorilla, who stole my Godzilla, I'll be happy to reward you in some manner. All right, guys. I hope this has been a educational and a fun show for you guys. Tomorrow we have a great show coming up with April Merritt on Winning Together. Thursday we may skip Thursday. We got some planning to do. And by the way, I need some help growing my YouTube channel. If you find me in the slightest educational, annoying, worth listening to, or worth making fun of, then hop over on my YouTube channel and give me a sub. You're going to see some big things with that channel coming real soon, but I need a few more followers first. So please get over there and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. My name's Billy Merritt. I am the Salesman's Advocate. I can make you a sales business. I can turn you into a business. Just keep following me. Keep showing up on Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Fridays. You might get learned. We'll see you later.